Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudiraye. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavada Sevaya. Bhagavadi Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavadi Naishtikim. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayade Girim Yatkripatamaham Vandem Shri Gurum Tiradarinam Paramanandamadavam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. Om Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Lokanath Swami Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswata Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Harihi Om Tat Sat. So we are reading from Krishna book, chapter 7. Today we are going to cover the salvation of Trinavarta. So here, so I will read the first paragraph and I will request devotees to read further so that we can absorb, especially in this month of Kartik, even meditating, reading. This is Srimad Bhagavatam anyway. It's not separate from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we are hearing and reading Srimad Bhagavatam is very, very auspicious. It purifies our heart. It gives such a blessings to our life. So every pastimes of Krishna, there is a Balasruti. Every end of each kada, end of each, the pastimes of Krishna, is revealed that Sukadeva Goswami revealed that there is a Falasruti. So yesterday's Falasruti was one who hears how the Putana is killed. This mentioned that one can eradicate all his sins, his all life accumulated, one can eradicate. So similarly, we can purify our heart, how Krishna is killing the Trinavarta and liberating Trinavarta. That's called salvation. So we'll start with this first verse. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is always full with the 6 opulences. So we know that that's called Bhagavan. Bhag means opulence. One who has Bala, strength, he is called Balavan. One who has fortune is called Bhagyavan. So like that, Bhag means opulences. Opulence is not that what we see here in this world. That opulence is that everything is in totality. Everything is in full. That's called Bhagavan. That's called Krishna. Only one person is that full. Everything is in full. That is Krishna. That's why he is known as Bhagavan. So 6 opulences, namely complete wealth, complete strength, complete fame, complete knowledge, complete beauty, and complete renunciation. The Lord appears in different, complete, eternal forms of incarnation. It is mentioned that every form of Lord's form is complete. Where it is mentioned that it's assuring that, affirming it, that in the Upanishad, in the Veda Upanishad, Om Purnat Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Abhishishyate. Purna, he is complete. Anything that comes from that complete is also complete. If complete remains, and nothing that, even if you take anything from that, only complete remains. So this is the Krishna's opulence, Krishna's beauty, Krishna's the potency. Nothing that we can separate from Krishna, or we can divide Krishna into various. No. Krishna is always Krishna. That's why the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed to us that the Achintya Bheda, Abheda Tattva, simultaneously one at the same time different, but that different is also the complete. So even if, that's why all incarnations of the Supreme Lord is complete. Don't think that, he is that, but functionally, the incarnations comes down here is for specific function, but he is original personality of Godhead. So, but he has many, many incarnations, thousands, innumerable incarnations of the Supreme Lord. And at the same time, he is in the Goloka Vrindavan, he is also here. This is the spiritual aspect of Krishna. This is called spiritual, entirely opposite of our material conceptions. So that we can see here. The conditioned soul has immense opportunity to hear about the transcendental activities of the Lord in these different incarnations. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Janma karmaja me divyam. We many times, fourth chapter, 10th verse. Janma karmaja me divyam evam yovedi tattvadaha tektva dekam punarjanma naidi mamedi. So Arjuna, my transcendental appearance and activities are divine. Upon leaving the body, one who knows this, one who hears, one who knows this, upon leaving the body, he will never comes back into this world. He will come back to me. There is no doubt. This is Krishna is telling to Arjuna. So this is the most important duty. That's why it is hearing is so important. One who knows the transcendental appearance and activities is divine. It's not ordinary. It's not material. This is only those who are fortunate can hear all these wonderful pastimes of Krishna. So hearing is also seeing. So this way we can absorb in the Krishna's pastimes and Krishna's thoughts. That's we became the completely pure and purified. So as is mentioned here, the pastimes and activities of the Lord are not material. They are beyond the material conception. And the conditioned soul can benefit by hearing such uncommon activities. It's divine, uncommon activities. Hearing is an opportunity to associate with the Lord. See, this is hearing is associating, hearing is seeing, hearing is that's the important that we should hear. So we know that yesterday we were hearing from S.P.K. Maharaj that when Srila Prabhupada was in Vrindavan and Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj had this baitak and giving the spiritual discourse, and when the other devotees, other disciples were there, and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj was giving this discourse, and in due course of time, all the other disciples went to see various places. But Srila Prabhupada sat there even in Vrindavan and listened completely that what Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj noted this. It's the first time meeting in Vrindavan in the banks of Radha Kund. And there Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj mentioned that those who are hearing can see. Unless you hear, you will not see anything. Even if you go there, go here, you will not see anything. Only when you hear, then we can, our consciousness is opened, our spiritual, that's why he is known as Adokshaja. Krishna can be seen with Adokshaja, with internal eyes. So that's the perfect vision, perfect seeing. Externally, we see many things, but it doesn't, impress in our mind. So you see, oh, okay, good, wonderful, beauty, beautiful nature, we don't see it. So when we see Krishna with our internal eyes, then how we can open our internal eyes? By hearing. So this way one can see Krishna. So hearing is also associating with the Lord. So simply by hearing, the conditioned soul has a natural aptitude to hear something about other conditioned souls in the form of fiction, drama, novel. That inclination to hear something about others may be utilized in hearing the pastimes of the Lord. Then one can immediately evolve his transcendental nature. Krishna's pastimes are not only beautiful, they are also very pleasing to the mind. Right. So, the devotees, let's go to the, see that, please take this opportunity to read the next paragraph. Go ahead.
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yes, please go ahead. And I will tell if something I need to clarify or explain, I'll tell that, just stop there. So I'll explain that. Go ahead, please.
If someone takes the advantage of hearing the pastime of the Lord, the material contamination of the dust accumulated in the heart due to long association with the material nature can be immediately cleansed.
Yeah, 1 minute, Madaji. So, this is the most important, dear devotees. We should be very much eager to hear. Unless we hear, then only everything starts. Unless we hear, we cannot chant properly. That's why hearing is Sravanam, is very important. Unless we have the Sravanam, proper hearing, we cannot chant. Unless we chant, we cannot remember. So like that, it's very connected. So it also purifies our heart. It also purifies our heart. Thousands of lifetimes of dust or sinful reactions or sins accumulated in our heart. All the dirts are there in our consciousness. Only by hearing it can eradicate. Okay, so it's we say that one who hears this Krishna's divine pastimes and activities Immediately cleansed. Our heart becomes so cleansed. So then what happens? Krishna comes, Krishna is manifesting in our heart. Krishna is there. But as soon as we turn towards Krishna, then Krishna manifests in our heart and we have one-to-one connection, face-to-face connection with the Supreme Lord. Let's say associating with the Supreme Lord by hearing. Okay, go ahead, Mataji.
Prabhuji, yesterday one devotee also asked them same question, why we feel Vrindavan is so dirty and
Yeah.
we don't see a real Vrindavan.
Because of when we have dirt in our heart, we see everything is dirty. Isn't it? Because of that's the conceptions we have, that's the misconceptions we have. We see everything is dirty. So because of that's what is I accumulated in our heart. And because of that dirt in our heart, we see everything in that. But when we hear that dirt is gone, immediately cleansed, then we see everything so beautiful, so wonderful. We see everything. So it's very important. Yes. Go ahead, Mataji.
Lord Chaitanya also instructed that simply by hearing the transcendental name of the Lord Krishna, one can cleanse the heart of all material contamination. There are different processes for a self-realization, but this process of devotional service, of which hearing is the most important function, when adopted by any conditioned soul, will automatically cleanse him of the material contamination and enable him to realize his real constitutional position. Conditioned life is
So here it is. When we hear that's why it's revealing to us that the real constitutional position. What is our real constitutional position? That we are eternally part and parcel of the Supreme. We are belongs to Supreme. We are belongs to that superior nature. And our eternal dharma duty is to jivera swarupa hoy krishnera nityadas. Our eternal duty, constitutional position is to be with Krishna and serve eternally. Serve in the sense loving devotional service to the Supreme. That's bhakti. So bhaktir Save Pumsha Paro Dharmo Yedor Bhakti Radokshanje. That's our constitutional position. Bhakti, loving devotional service to the Supreme, is our eternal constitutional position. Okay, go ahead, Mataji.
conditional life is due to this contamination only. And as soon as it is cleared off, then naturally the dormant function of the living entity rendering a service to the Lord awakens. By developing his eternal relationship with the Supreme Lord, one becomes eligible to create a friendship with the devotee. Maharaja Parikshit recommended from a practical experience that everyone try to hear about the transcendental pastime of the Lord. This Krishna might disappear. This Krishna treatise is meant for the purpose, and the reader may take advantage of it to attain the ultimate goal of a human life.
Jai. So here we can see that in the Srila Prabhupada also briefing about Parishit Maharaj. So we know that just by hearing, Parishit Maharaj attained the Supreme Lord. Just by hearing. Didn't do anything much. Just by hearing, 7 days. Just by attentively hearing. You know that in the Srimad Bhagavad Mahatmya, there is a Dundukari, Bhagavad Mahatmya, and the Gokarna and the stepbrother of Gokarna, the brother of Gokarna was the Dundukari. And then we can see that just by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, the personal servants, Nanda and Sunanda, came with the airplane and took him back to the abode. So this is also, that's why Krishna is revealing, one who knows here my transcendental appearance and activities. Upon leaving the body, he comes back to me. So okay, so this is revealing here, referring here. Okay, please go ahead. The next one.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna. So,
Hare Krishna.
you're right. Okay.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Lord, yeah. The Lord, out of his causeless mercy, descends to this material world and displays his activities just like an ordinary man. Unfortunately, the impersonalists or the atheists class of men consider Krishna to be an ordinary man like themselves, and so they deride him. This is condemned in the Bhagavad Gita by the Lord himself when he says, Avajananti mam mudaha. The mudas or rascals take Krishna to be an ordinary man or a slightly more powerful man, out of their great misfortune, they cannot accept him as the supreme personality of Godhead. Sometimes such unfortunate persons misrepresent themselves as incarnations of Krishna without referring to the authorized scriptures.
Yes, that's right. So, only fortunate, foolish and unintelligent. Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter, Naham prakasya sarvasya yogamaya samavruda mudobhi na abhijanadi lokoma acham avyayam. I do not manifest to unintelligent and foolish, Krishna says. I do not manifest to unintelligent. But why? Because of they are foolish and unintelligent, because of they have forgotten. They don't have the proper remembrance, they don't have proper intelligence. Hare Krishna, can you put on mute? Somebody is. Is there some background noise? Okay. So Krishna is mentioned that I do not manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. I'm covered by internal potency. So because of when the foolish people, why they are? Because of they have Maya, they are covered by the Maya. So they cannot also see Krishna or understand Krishna or Krishna. They cannot realize that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So that's what is here, mudhas. So only that those who are saying that, oh, there is no God, there is Krishna is not the Supreme Lord. This is all because of their ignorance. So that's what is revealing here. Okay. So next paragraph, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
When Krishna grew up a little more, he began to turn himself backside up. He did not merely lie down on his back. And another function was observed by Yashoda and Nanda Maharaja. Krishna's first birthday. They arranged for Krishna's birthday ceremony, which is still observed by all followers of the Vedic principles. Krishna's birthday ceremony is observed in India by all Hindus, irrespective of different sectarian views. All the cowherd men and women were invited to participate in the jubilant celebration. A nice band played, and the assembled people enjoyed it. All the learned Brahmanas were invited, and they chanted Vedic hymns for the good fortune of Krishna. During the chanting of the Vedic hymns and playing of the bands, Krishna was bathed by Mother Yashoda. This bathing ceremony is technically called Abhisheka. And even today, this is observed in all the temples of Vrindavana on Janmashtami day or the birth anniversary of Lord Krishna.
Yeah. So this is very, very wonderful. So many people think that, oh, Krishna is an ordinary person. But that is not the case. Only the fortunate people can understand that Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead, but Krishna manifested in this world. So that day we celebrated as the appearance day of the Supreme Lord. We don't say birthday of Krishna. Krishna doesn't take birth. Krishna manifesting. Krishna is Krishna. Like yesterday we were discussing about, even a little baby Krishna is complete. He has the full potency, full form of Krishna. Nothing that we say that Krishna is a minute little baby. He does not know anything. He is well aware of everything. Is well aware of everything. But this is our good fortune that we have this opportunity. Krishna comes down in this material world. Why? Because of his reciprocating with his devotees. That the Krishna and the devotees wanted, and Krishna is also playing the pastimes that he is reciprocating with his devotees, and he is also exhibiting. So that way, the interactions and the loving exchanges between the devotees and the Lord is manifested, so that everybody else can also take benefit and advantage of it. Krishna basically showering the mercy. That's what is also Kartik is very specifically. Krishna is showering his Bhakta Valsalya form, Bhakta Valsalya aspect of Krishna. He is returning, reciprocating with his devotees, and devotees wanted to have Krishna in their, possession. They wanted to see Lord every time. They wanted to play with the Krishna every time. The gopis wanted to see Krishna, the beauty of Krishna every time. And gopis wanted to serve Krishna. Krishna goes and steal everything. And if one day that Krishna doesn't go to any house, they will become so sad and disappointed. This was the condition there. So they all had such a desire to serve Krishna in Valsalya Bhava, in Madhurya Bhava, in Sakya Bhava, in the Dasya Bhava, in so many ways. So Krishna comes. So as all we know that once in a day of Brahma, then Krishna comes. So then Krishna fulfill all those devotees' desires in such a that when Krishna comes into this world. So then that we celebrate as Janmashtami. Okay, so go ahead. The next paragraph.
On this Hare Krishna, on this occasion, Mother Yashoda arranged to distribute a large quantity of grain and first-class cows decorated with golden ornaments were made ready to be given in charity to the land, respect to Brahmanas. Yashoda took her bath and dressed herself nicely, and talking child Krishna.
Taking child.
And talking child Krishna,
Taking.
sorry, taking child Krishna, Dali dressed and bathed on her lap. She sat down to hear the Vedic hymns chanted by the Brahmanas, while Mother Yashoda was listening to the chanting of the Vedic hymns. The child appeared to be falling asleep, and therefore she very silently laid him down on the bed, being engaged in receiving all the friends, relatives, and residents of Vrindavana on the holy occasion. She forgot to feed the child milk. He was crying, being hunger, but Mother Yashoda could not hear him cry because of various noises. The child, however, became angry because he was hungry, and his mother was not paying attention to him. So he lifted his legs and began to kick his lotus feet just like an ordinary child. Baby Krishna has been placed underneath a hand driven cart, and while he was kicking his legs, he accidentally touched the wheel of the cart, and it collapsed. Various kinds of utensils and dishes made of brass and other metals has been piled up in the hard craft, and they all fell down with a great noise. The wheel of the cart separated from the axle, and the spokes of the wheel were all broken and scattered hitter and thither. Mother Yashoda and all the Gopikas, as well as Maharaja Nanda and the cowherd men, were astonished as how the cart could have collapsed by itself. All the men and women uh,
I just raised up. Good.
uh,
All the men and women.
the assured crowd has been pointed or listening statement. Uh,
No. Okay. Collapsed by itself. Only one,
uh,
two, three. Yeah. Go ahead.
where it is, sorry.
Yeah.
So it's a
Collapse,
third line
yeah,
from
no,
the
no
top.
one could not ascertain the cause, but some small children who were interested to play with baby Krishna informed the crowd that it was due to Krishna striking his feet against the wheel. They assured the crowd that they had seen how it happened with their own eyes, and they strongly asserted the point. Some were listening to the statement of the small children, but others said, "How can you believe the statements of these children?" The cowherd men and women could not understand that the all-powerful personality of Godhead was lying there as a baby, and that he could do anything, but the possible and
Both.
impossible were in his power. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. This is one of the incident that when baby Krishna, because very yesterday we were saying that the baby Krishna was almost, the 3 days old. Now little, and he was able to sit back. His on, right? That's the time Mother Yashoda put baby Krishna, and Krishna was lying there. And then there was sort of, noises were there. That's the time Krishna was angry and his cries. And then he just lifted his feet, lotus feet. and touched a cart, and his cart was full of, immediately shattered, it's broken down. And see that? So the children were seeing, playing there, and they could see that it's just by the touch of Krishna, just smashed, just by touch of Krishna. Because of he, why that? Because of that the Satyavrata Muni is telling in the in the Damodarashtakam, Namam Ishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Prajamanam. Namam Ishwaram. That Supreme Lord is Ishvara, is the controller, and I'm paying my obeisances. So only the devotees, only those who are fortunate, people can understand that who Krishna is. So here we can see that the Krishna's just by touch, that everything can be changed accordingly. That is, he is a supreme personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Okay, so go ahead. The next paragraph.
While the discussion was going on, baby Krishna cried. Without remonstration, Mother Yashoda picked the child up on her lap and called the learned Brahmins to chant holy Vedic hymns to counteract the evil spirits. At the same time, she allowed the baby to suck her breast. If a child sucks the mother's breast nicely, it is to be understood that he is out of all danger. After this, all the stronger cowherd men put the broken carts in order, and all the scattered things were set up nicely as before. The Brahmanas thereafter began to offer oblations to the sacrificial fire with yogurt, butter, kusha grass, and water. They worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead for the good fortune of the child.
Yeah, this is a custom that usually anything happens immediately. The Brahmanas chant the Vedic hymns, so that it will be out of the danger. So all the inauspiciousness, impurities goes away. So by the power of mantra. So it is the custom that is also because of the Valsalya Bhav, Mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba and all the gopis, elderly gopis, had for Krishna when everything they don't see, even if they understand Krishna is a supreme Lord, but they are seeing Krishna as their own child. This Krishna wanted. This Krishna wanted to, receive that. Krishna wanted to experience that love from the motherly affection, or called Valsalya Bhav. So Krishna is willing. Krishna is making, willing or available himself for that such kinds of. Otherwise, all Krishna is Yogeshwara. Means he is the all yogi. Ishvara is the supreme controller of all the yogi. The potencies. All these kinds of this mantras and chanting. All this is Yogeshwara. He does not need anything. But Krishna is allowing, Mother, accepting that, receiving that, the loving relationship or reciprocation with his devotees. So that Krishna wanted. That's why Krishna is allowing the Mother Yashoda to be, or Nanda Baba, all the inhabitants there to be a shower that also shows that various kinds of affection towards Krishna. Okay, so next paragraph. Please go ahead. Don't miss this. Hare Krishna.
The Brahmanas who were present at that time were all qualified because they were not envious. They never indulged in the untruthfulness. They were never proud. They were non-violent, and they were never claimed any false prestige. They were all bona fide Brahmanas, and there was no reason to think that their blessings would be useless. With firm faith in the qualified Brahmanas, Nanda Maharaj took his child on his lap and bathed him with water mixed with the various herbs, while the Brahmanas chanted hymns from the Rug, Yajur, and Samavedas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here we can understand, we can learn that two kinds of, one is called Brahmanas, another is called Vaishnavas. There is a Brahmana's quality. So he is truthful, Brahmana. That's why when he chants the mantra, it becomes so potent and powerful because he is truthful. He is non-violent. He is non-envious. All these Vaishnava, all these qualities of the Brahmana. Then further to that, then Vaishnava has 26 qualities, including whatever the Brahmana, the qualities of Brahmana. He's always learned and he's always learning. He gives due respect to everyone and he is always humble. And these are various qualities of a Brahmana. So this way, he's potent and powerful. That's why the Brahmanas, when they chant the mantras, it's become very effective than any other person because of they have such a purity. So as Srila Prabhupada always says, purity is the force. So it's our duty that we should always, like a Brahmana, because as we are Vaishnavas, should all have these wonderful qualities. Always truthful, right? Always non-envious, non-violent, and our speech controlled. Vacho vegam manasa krodha vegam, jihva vegam udara upastha vegam. Like that, we should control our speech, our belly, our genitals, all this. These are all wonderful, wonderful Vaishnava qualities. Always remember that. As we are claimed to be a Vaishnava, we should have all these wonderful Vaishnava Brahmana qualities. Okay, so next one, next paragraph.
It is said that without being a qualified Brahmana, one should not read the mantras of the Vedas. Here is a proof that the Brahmanas were qualified with all Brahmanical symptoms. Maharaj Nanda also had full faith in them. Therefore, they were allowed to perform the ritualistic ceremonies by chanting the Vedic mantras. There are many different varieties of sacrifices recommended for different purposes, but the mantras are all to be chanted by qualified Brahmanas. And because in this age of Kali, such qualified Brahmanas are not available, all Vedic ritualistic sacrifices are forbidden. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has therefore recommended only one kind of sacrifice in this age, namely the Sankirtana Yagna, or chanting the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. So this is the Srila Prabhupada gives that a beautiful explanation of that, the Brahmanas and the chanting the Vedic mantras. So Vedic mantra should be chanted properly and purely. It should not be mispronounced because of the mantras or the Vedic mantras, especially it is the breath of the Lord. It is from the Lord's potency itself. So we should not misrepresent it or mispronounce or misidentifies. So people just for their own selfish motive and desire, they chant mantra very wrongly. And sometimes mantra should have very specific, the meter as well as dirka and laghu, and thus we have to properly pronounce. Then it has the mantra. Otherwise, it's not mantra. It's just for sake of our own selfish motive. We may say it, but it's not really that. That's why it's very important that the Vedic mantra should be chanted. Those who are qualified. So it's very important. And plus, now when it comes to this Kali Yuga, yes, Vedic mantra, there are not enough qualified Brahmanas to do this. It's pretty much Kalau, Shudra, Kalau Shudra Sambhava. That means everybody is kind of fallen down in such a way that they cannot even chant properly any good mantras. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested here so that everybody can be relieved from these clutches of this material energy or this Maya or these impurities of this world. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed and established the Sankirtanagya. So that Sankirtanagya, everybody can be chanted. Everybody can be chanted this holy name, and especially when it's chanted in Sankirtan or in group, in association, there is not even any offenses for that. Everybody can chant loudly this holy name. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established this. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This mantra can be very well, it can be as equal as, more than as equal as the Vedic mantras. That's why it's called the Maha Mantra. Everybody can take shelter of the holy name, especially in this month of Kartik. Everybody should take the shelter of the holy name so that the holy name itself can eradicate all our impurities, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Chedodar Pranamadhan. It eradicates, removes, or cleans all our heart in our dirt in our heart. So this way, Srila Prabhupada is so beautifully mentioning that we can all can. There is no need of any qualification to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Everybody can. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundar. Sorry, it says that Krishna says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that, right? Namna makari nija sarva shaktin tatrarpida niyamida smaranena kalaka. Krishna invested all his potency in this mantra. There is no time, place, or circumstance, or rules, or regulations, nothing. Just everybody can chant this holy name. Very, very, so everybody can get benefited from just by chanting the holy name. Okay, so the next verse, next paragraph. Hare Krishna, there are a lot of devotees. Please take this opportunity. Don't stay back. This is our good fortune that on this month of Kartik we are remembering reading the Srimad Bhagavatam verses. Go ahead. Okay, nobody is there. I'll read.
Do we have Rajamandal Parikrama today?
Yes, of course. That we are going to do that. So that let us conclude these verses, and then we'll go to Rajamandal Parikrama. So don't everybody stay tuned. We are going to have a beautiful section on that. Okay, so let me conclude this. So as the Brahmanas chanted the Vedic hymns and performed the ritualistic ceremonies for the second time, Nanda Maharaj again gave them huge quantities of grain and many cows. All the cows which were given in charity were covered with nice gold embroidered garments, and their horns were bedecked with golden rings. Their hoofs were covered with silver plate, and they wore garlands of flowers. He gave so many cows just for the welfare of his wonderful child. The Brahmanas, in return, bestowed their heartfelt blessings, and the blessings offered by the able Brahmanas were never to be baffled. So it's very important that, dear devotees, the charity especially should be given to the Brahmanas, because of their heartfelt blessings will be always protect us. Let's say the olden customs that we have, we should be always respect and give charity to the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. So this way that will be always protected. So then further, this is again the salvation of Trinavarta. This came there. So this Trinavarta was a very associate of Kamsa. So Kamsa came to know that Pudana is being killed, and Kamsa became so shocked by this, hearing this news of Pudana's killing. So then Kamsa was making a plan and kind of putting together how can kill this Krishna. So he called the Trinavarta. He was also a demon. He was a very powerful demon. He can assume any forms. So he took this form of a great whirlpool wind. And that's the time Krishna, Mother Ashoda was, that's the day there was a celebration there. Everybody was very nicely decorated. And that day there was a celebration there in the village, and everybody was so busy and making things like that. And everybody was so busy with all those. So Mother Yashoda decorated Krishna also nicely, and put down there, in the outside of a cot, on the nice cot there. And Mother Yashoda was seeing that everybody is there. This is the time the Trinavarta, the demon of the friend of Kamsa, came there. As all on a sudden it became so dark. The atmosphere becomes so dark, and there is a huge wind, a whirlpool like a tornado, which came upon. And this was a demon. He was trying his such a potency, and immediately came and took the Krishna up in the air. And everybody cannot even see each other, what is happening and what is happening. And immediately everybody became so panic and running here and there and looking, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? This is the time Trinavarta took Krishna on his shoulder up in the air, up in the sky. So Krishna was looking for this opportunity. Basically, Krishna was on the shoulder, on the neck of the Trinavarta. Krishna just sat there and he just closed his legs around the neck of Trinavarta. And in due course of time, after some time, immediately that Trinavarta fall down on the flat, on the ground with a huge sound. And everybody shows that this is so huge wind and whirlpool, and then all of a sudden there is a demon came down and fall flat on the ground, and Krishna is lying on the chest of the Trinavarta like there. Everybody was so astonished. All of a sudden everything is stopped. All of a sudden they were looking for Krishna. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? They saw Krishna is lying. He was baby Krishna, almost. We can say that even less than a year, and Krishna's. So this way, and this is, as yesterday we know that, yesterday we saw that Pudana is liberated. Similarly, just by the touch of, when the gopis saw the demon killed and child Krishna very happily playing on his body, they immediately picked Krishna up with great affection. The cowherd men and women became very happy to get back their beloved child Krishna. At that time, they began to talk about how wonderful it was that a demon had taken away child to the devour him, but could not do so. Instead, he fell down dead. Some of them supported the situation. This is proper because those who too sinful die from their sinful reactions, and child Krishna is pious, therefore he is safe from all kinds of fearful situations. They are talking about various things. And we too must have performed great sacrifice in our previous life. That's why Krishna is very much saved, rescued from these clutches of this demon. That's what they were generally talking. So then, we can see that the gopis were talking very So after this incident, when Yashoda once, that's another aspect of it that we will see on the next. So the gopis assembled there, spoke among themselves. What sort of austerities and penances we must have undergone in our previous lives? We must have worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, offered different kinds of sacrifice, made charities, and performed many welfare activities for the public. So they were talking and discussing like this. That's why they were saved from this greatest danger. Otherwise, anything could have happened. We know that when Govardhan Puja, the torrents of rain Indra showered on the Gokul, and it could have been shattered. Krishna is protected. So the devotees that want to take the shelter of Krishna, Krishna never forgets such devotees. He will be always protected. Though such devotees are always protected by Krishna in all respect. So there is not even a demon, there is nothing can be harmed any of the devotees of Krishna, and Krishna will be always there to protect. That's why Krishna's appearance, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkradam dharma samstavanarthaya sambhavami yuge. In order to save the pious and annihilate the miscreants, the Supreme Lord appears. So Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and here he is enjoying these wonderful pastimes with his devotees. So this is the way that Trinavarta, just by Trinavarta also got liberation. He attained this Sayujya Mukti. When the demons, especially when they get the liberation by the touch of Krishna, it is unfavorable, right? Unfavorably, Trinavarta got that. So Trinavarta got that good fortune that by the touch of Krishna, and he got salvation. So anyway, Krishna is blessed or killed. This is all blessings for such devotee because he gets liberation. He does not want to suffer in this material world again. He attains his original form, positional position, and he attains. But those who are demons, they sayujya, they merge with the Supreme Lord or merge with the forms of Vishnu. So this way they also get the liberation. So this is the wonderful pastimes of Krishna, the salvation of Trinavarta, the demon. So this way we can understand that Krishna's wonderful pastimes. So thank you so much, and we'll stop here, and then we'll go to our another segment of the program is that we all can go to Vrindavan. So we were yesterday onwards, we were doing the Vrindavan Parikrama, the virtual Parikrama. So I'm sure that you're all very eagerly waiting for that. So let's go to Vrindavan Parikrama, the day 2, and we'll also continue from yesterday, and then we'll go to the second day, that Vrindavan to Mathura. Today we'll be seeing all those. Okay, so let me share this the screen. Okay. Hare Krishna, are you all able to see the screen?
Yes, Prabhu, it just came up. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a continuation from yesterday, and we are going to share this. Let me share this. Okay. Let me know if you are not able to hear or
Good. Let's take darshan of the beautiful Sri Sri Radha Vamshi Viharaji. Then we return to the Parikrama path. Our Parikrama party is entering the tall marble gateway of the Jagannath Mandir. The large, smiling faces of Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra glance mercifully upon us as we offer our prostrated obeisances. To our left are deities of Radha and Krishna. A little further ahead, we pass Chaitanya Kutira, next to Panigat. On the other side of the river Jamuna is Panigaon, where we will visit one of the 25th day of our parikrama. On the other side of the Jamuna River is Panigaon, which we will visit on the 25th day of our parikrama. We will narrate the pastimes in relation to these two places on that day.
Hare Krishna. So now we have reached Panighat. We'll stay here, we'll stop here, because there are many elderly Vaishnava and Vaishnavis joining us in Parikrama. They are still at some distance. They are joining us from Chirghat. So we'll stay.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the mood of Radharani, remembering Krishna, then the golden away from me. But this is Krishna's special mercy, because when Krishna takes things away, then ultimately he leaves us with the eternal spiritual wealth. So here at Chirghat, we remember that Krishna is the thief. As we go a little further, we come to the place of Imli Tala, the tamarind tree, Once the rasa dance was going on and Radharani left the rasa dance, Krishna was in deep separation from his beloved, wondering, searching where he could find his beloved Srimati Radharani. And then Krishna sat under this tree, Imlitala, deeply remembering Radharani. And Krishna, who is Shyam, who is blackish, in his remembrance of Radharani, who is Gaurangi, golden, Krishna's blackish form, as he remembered Radharani, became golden. And in this way, Imlitala represents the mood of separation. Interestingly, many years later, Krishna came back to Imlitala, but this time as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This time, he had come not as Krishna, but in the mood of Srimati Radharani. Radha Bhava Dyuti Suvalitam Krishna Naumi Swarupam. So coming as Radharani, in the mood of Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was golden, Gauranga. And as he came to Imlitala, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the mood of Radharani, remembering Krishna, then the golden Mahaprabhu turned blackish in his remembrance of Krishna. So here Imlitala is a place of separation, and we're remembering that while chanting Hare Krishna, we must chant in a mood of separation, a mood of desperation, a mood of longing, a great mood of desiring to be with Krishna. Because Prabhupada says the chanting of Hare Krishna is just like the call of a child for the mother. And in this way at Imlitala we're praying that we will develop that deep mood of separation. As we walk along, we come to Keshi Ghat, the place where Krishna killed the Keshi demon. And here we'll leave you with one final prayer, where Rupa Goswami warns us, Smeram bhangi traya parichitam sachivishtirna dreshtim vamsi nastadara kishalayam ujvalam chandrakena govindakyam haritanum iti keshitirtopakanthe ma prekshistastava yadi bandhu sange stirangaha. Rupa Goswami says, I'm warning you. If you are at all interested in family, love, friendship, society, and other such material things which bind you to this world, then I'm warning you, don't come to Keshi Ghat, because on Keshi Ghat there is a young boy. His face is lit up like a moon. His lips and his eyes are beautiful. He is standing in a posture which is bending in three places. This boy is playing a flute which captivates one's mind, and he's throwing sidelong glances. And if his eyes meet your eyes, then in that connection, maybe, just maybe, you may well forget about all of these material things and forget about material life altogether. So on this first day, as we go through Vrindavan, we're praying that we may become engrossed in Krishna consciousness, and in this way go beyond all the difficulties of life and enter into the eternal, supreme, divine, transcendent home, the playground of God, Vrindavan, which is ultimately our eternal aspiration. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share something with you. This is a wonderful opportunity for me, and we pray that everyone has a wonderful parikrama, everyone has a wonderful Kartik, and in this way we can achieve the true goal of life by becoming immersed in Krishna.
There's a banyan tree here under which Lord Chaitanya rests fair to take them across the Jamuna. The payment he requested from Srimati Radharani, however, was her golden earrings, far more than anything he had claimed.
Jai Vrajamandal Parikrama 2020 ki Jai. His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Your servant Sutapadas from Bhaktivedanta Mana. Hare Krishna.
The parikrama path then takes a right turn, entering a cool, shady area called Rajagat. It is said that Krishna disguised himself as a boatman here and charged the gopis a fare to take them across the Jamuna. The payment he requested from Srimati Radharani, however, was her golden earrings, far more than anything he had claimed from the rest of the gopis. When asked why he was charging Sri Radha so much, he replied his fee was fair. After all, Srimati Radharani was the daughter of Maharaj Vrishabhanu, a king, Raja. This is why this place is now known as Rajagat. While passing through this area, we have come to Chaitanyavat, a place of great significance for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. There is a banyan tree here under which Lord Chaitanya rested while touring Vrindavan, giving this place the name Chaitanya Baitaka. It's also known as Sri Chaitanya Vishramastali. There's a beautiful deity of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a sitting posture under the tree. There's also a nice temple of Lord Jagannath here. Jagannath Bhagavan Ki Jai. This Jagannath deity, along with two of the Shalagram Shilas they worship here, belong to Murari Gupta. One day, Murari Gupta desired to visit Vrindavan, so he begged Lord Jagannath's permission to bring him along. After staying in Braj for some time, Murari Gupta decided to return home, but Jagannath refused to leave. "My dear Murari," he said, "this is my old home. Now I wish to remain here." We saw a unique feature of this deity. He has ears. Lord Jagannath literally smiles from ear to ear. The parikrama party walks past the Gore Dauji temple and crosses Atala Changi, where the Vrindavan Parikrama Marg and the Vrindavan Mathura roads intersect. Completing the circuit, the path then meets the main road, returning us to the Krishna Balaram Mandir.
This is the day one. So let us go to the next one, Vrindavan to Madhura. So let me take that one and me stop sharing, and then we'll get it to the other one, the next one. Let me see. Okay. So now we are going to see the Vrindavan.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Brajmandal Parikrama ki Jai. So welcome everyone on this day 2 of Brajmandal Parikrama. Today we'll be going from Vrindavan to Mathura. Yesterday all of us did Parikrama of Vrindavan Dham, Panchkrosh Parikrama, and today we'll be moving to Mathura Dham. It's a place where Krishna appeared within this mortal world. We'll be going and having darshan of various places. We'll be going to the place where Lord Krishna delivered the wives of Brahmana. We'll be also visiting Akrur Ghat. We'll be having today association of His Holiness Rama Govind Swami Maharaj and many other Vaishnavas. I hope everyone had a good night rest. and all of you received the special Mangal Arati Kheer which was kept in the moonlight of Sharad Purnima's moon. So I would like to request everyone to please prepare yourself, take care of your belongings, and let us begin the journey of day 2 in this most auspicious month of Kartik. Hare Krishna.
Today we're going from Vrindavan to Mathura, starting at ISKCON's Krishna Balaram Mandir. We go to Radha Bhataronda Bihari Mandir, Akrura Ghat, Birla Mandir, Sri Gokaneshwar Mahadev, Sri Krishna Janmastan, Vishram Ghat, ending at Sriji Dharamshala in Mathura. After Mangal Arati at Krishna Balaram Mandir, our luggage is collected at the temple entrance for the hired truck to transport to our campsite. This will become our pilgrim's routine each morning for this entire month. So now we're heading towards Bhataroda. Bhataroda is a quiet spot on top of a hill in the middle of some fields outside the town of Vrindavan. The temple deities are called Sri Sri Radha Bhataroda Bihari. To see them, we squeeze in and up a narrow stairway and duck under a huge bell with a thunderous resonance. From the temple's terrace, we are seeing other temple domes in the distance, rising above the green farms and forests of Vrindavan. It's a chilly autumn morning, and there's a slight breeze, but the early morning sun is already warming us, promising a pleasant day. So the pastimes of Brahmana's wives goes like,
one morning, Krishna, Balaram, and the cowherd boys felt hungry, not having yet had their breakfast. Normally, the boys breakfasted at home, and then carried a packed lunch into the pastures. But on that day, they did neither. This is because Krishna left home earlier than usual that morning. He had to go to Chirgat, where he stole the garments of the unmarried gopis, who had just completed their worship of goddess Katyayani. We will visit Chirgat on the 22nd day of our parikrama. The boys who had followed Krishna had also nothing to eat. However, they were more concerned about Krishna and Balaram's hunger. So feigning their own hunger, they approached the Transcendental Brothers so they would make some arrangement to eat. Krishna asked his friends to go and beg food from the Karmikanda Brahmanas, who were engaged in performing Vedic yajnas for elevation to the heavenly planets. Krishna specifically asked the cowherd boys not to mention his name because he was the son of Nanda Maharaj, who was a Vaishya. Instead, they should beg for food in Balaram's name, because Balaram is known as the son of Vasudeva, a Kshatriya. In this way, they would stand a better chance of receiving something in charity from the Brahmanas. But the cowherd boys simply addressed the Brahmanas in this way. The Brahmanas, however, were completely absorbed in performing their primitive rituals and ignored the boys' requests. They could not understand that the goal of all sacrifices is to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Disappointed, the cowherd boys returned to Krishna and Balaram and told them what had transpired. The Lord smiled and asked them to go instead to the Brahmanas' homes to beg from their wives. The Brahmanas' wives were actually great devotees, and they did not even hesitate to cook for the two lords and their friends. They rushed to where Krishna and Balaram were and brought them bhat, rice, and therefore this place is known as Bharat Randa. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, there was once a garden of Ashok trees here.
Shri Radha Bhadran Vihari Bhagavan ki jai. So we are at the most auspicious spot where Lord Krishna delivered the wives of Yajnik Brahmana. There are more pastimes that took place here. All of you can see a temple situated on the hill There are the deities of Shri Radha, Bhatru and Bihari. So now we'll proceed to our next stop, which is Akrur Ghat. So I request everyone to please get up and we'll move along, we'll chant and sing Hare Krishna.
We are now walking towards Akrur Ghat. There's a beautiful temple here with deities of Krishna, Balaram, and Akrura on the altar. The temple surroundings are spacious, clean, and well-maintained. Let's listen to Akrura's pastimes with Krishna as described in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam.
While Akrura was driving Krishna and Balaram to Mathura for the wrestling match, he stopped his chariot in this place so all of them could bathe. Krishna and Balaram entered the water first, and then returned to the chariot. Then Akrura entered the water, and after washing, stood half submerged while he chanted his Gayatri mantras. To his surprise, he saw Krishna and Balaram still in the water. Yet he was confident that he had seen them return to the chariot. How could they be in the river, he wondered. Akrura stepped out of the water and saw that Krishna and Balaram were indeed still in their seats, patiently waiting for him. Bewildered, Akrura went back to the river, where he saw Krishna and Balaram again. This time, he also saw their expansions, Lord Vishnu and Seshanath. Lord Vishnu had 4 arms and eyes as red as the petals of a lotus flower. He was sitting calmly on the coiled lap of Anantasesha, who possessed many hoods. The 2 lords were surrounded by numerous demigods and sages who were offering their prayers.
Akrura bowed down to their lordships, and his voice, choking with emotion, added his own beautiful prayers. Yani yaniha rupani, krida arthang bibarshiha, tyar amrishta shucholoka, mudha gayanti te yasha. To enjoy your pastimes, you manifest yourself in various forms in this material world. And these incarnations cleanse away all unhappiness of those who joyfully chant your glories. Soham tvangri yupagatosmin yatang durapang tadchap yaham bavad anugraha ishamanye punso bhaved yarhi sang saranapavargas tvayabja nabha sad upasanaya matisyat. Being thus fallen, I am approaching your feet for shelter, O Lord, because although the impure can never attain your feet, I think it is nevertheless possible by your mercy. Only when one's material life has ceased, O lotus-naveled Lord, can one develop consciousness of you by serving your pure devotees.
This pastime took place here for a reason. The Chaitanya Charitamrita, Canto 167, states, Vrindavana parichaja swakvatin naiva gacchati. Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. Only his Vasudeva or Vishnu expansion resides in Mathura and Dwarka. Akrur Ghat is right on the border between Vrindavan and Mathura, so this pastime illustrates the principle that Krishna never takes a step outside Vrindavan. While it seemed that Krishna and Balaram were returning to the chariot, it was not actually Krishna and Balaram themselves, but Lord Vishnu and Anantasesha. Krishna and Balaram never left Vrindavan. From this point onward, they stayed behind in Braj in an unmanifested form. This special place was the stage for 2 more divine pastimes. The first happened on the Dwadasi following Govardhan Poop. Nanda Maharaj had observed the Ekadasi fast on the 11th day, and while bathing early the following morning at Nandagat, he was arrested by Varuna's servants. We will visit Nandagat on the 23rd day of our parikrama. Called on by the cowherd men, Krishna and Balaram immediately went to Varuna Dev's abode, to rescue their father. The Brajavasis had already been quite amazed to see Krishna lift Govardhan hill. Less than a fortnight later, Nanda Maharaj witnessed another wonderful incident. While he was under arrest, he was intrigued to see how Varunadev offered respect to his small children, Krishna and Balaram. On his return, Nanda told the other cowherd men about it, and everyone wondered if Krishna was actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and whether or not he would give them salvation. The Lord understood their minds and wanted to satisfy their curiosity. The cowherd men were thus brought by Lord Krishna to a Kurga, submerged in the Brahmarata, and then lifted up. From this vantage point they were able to see the spiritual sky, the Vaikuntha Lokas, and specifically the Lord's personal abode, Krishna Loka, in which their very own Krishna was being worshipped with beautiful prayers. In this way, Krishna and Balaram revealed their identities to them. Lord Chaitanya also lived in Kurgat for some time when he was visiting Vrindavan. After his Brajmandala Parikrama, Lord Gauranga remained here in seclusion, chanting peacefully. Still, many people came to see him and invite him to their homes for meals. One day, Mahaprabhu sat at the ghat and began to meditate deeply on how our poor and the Brajavasis were able to see the spiritual world. Remembering how our poor stood in the water, the Lord, overcome by ecstasy, jumped into the Jamuna and stayed underwater for a long time. When Krishnadas saw that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was drowning, he cried and shouted very loudly. Balabhadra Bhattacharya immediately came and pulled the Lord out. That was from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 18:138.
Akrur Ghat ki jai. So we'll stop here. This is the sacred spot where Krishna Balaram stopped their chariot while they were going with Akrura to Mathura for a wrestling match. This is a
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Thank you. So we'll stop here, as Prabhuji mentioned. So we are on Akrurakat. We'll continue this. It's so beautiful. How do you feel? How do you're getting that same experience of going to Vrindavan?
Yeah, I
Yes,
think Prabhu,
sort
yeah.
of, not 100%.
100%? Wow.
I
Not
think Prabhu, I think
100%.
it helps because like they're saying that if you haven't heard, then when you go there, you won't, So I think if I do go there now, it will be better because I've heard so
It'll
much
be
about
better.
it.
Exactly, exactly. So we see in a proper sense, proper, eyes. When we hear this and go there, so we can understand and we can relish that we can see, very properly. Otherwise, we just have that our own thoughts, comes to the mind. So thank you so much. Very nice. Any other comments? Anybody would like to add anything before we go to the next?
And it gives enthusiasm to visit the Vrindavan soon.
Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. Feel that, Krishna's place. Krishna, see, this is 5,000 years ago, Krishna was there, and every place which is mentioned, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can go and see and experience it. And that is the benefit, that we don't think that, oh, this is just a fiction. It's not a fiction. This is history. This was happened there 5,000 years ago. And that's a fact. Okay. Any other comments before we go to the Samudrashtagam?
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for organizing this. Wonderful.
Hare
Yeah, we
Krishna.
are feeling like we are in Vrindavan.
Yeah. Let me get, where is the Samudrashtagam? Okay. Okay, let me take the Damodarashtakam. Okay. Are you saying the Damodarashtakam?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So we can sing Damodarashtakam. Satyama Bhodaji wanted to sing?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Namamishwaram Sachidanand.
So I'm sorry, Mataji. So everybody can unmute. So when Mataji say the two lines, we can also repeat after that. How do we sing at the temple? Similarly, we can sing. Yeah? And we can go and read the translation. Yeah. Everybody please unmute and repeat after the singing of two lines. Go ahead, Mataji.
Namamishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam.
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
Yashodabhiyolokaladhavamanam Paramrishtamattantato dhrutagopya
Yashodabhiyolokaladhavamanam Paramrishtamatyanto
Rudantam mohonetram yugmam rajantam Karambojayugmena satankanetram
Rudandam Murnetrayupam Mrijantam Karambojayugmena Sadanganetram
Moho Shwasakam Patri Rekhangakantha Stitha Grivam Damodaram Bhaktibaddham
Muhushwasakam Bhatri Gangakanda
Rekakanta
Sidagrivam Damodaram Bhaktivedam
Iti Driksvalilabhirananda Kunde Swaghosam Nimajjantam Akhyapayantam
Idhi Dviksolilabhiranandakundi Sughusham
Swagosam
Nimachandam
nimanjantam
Akhyapayantam
akhyapayantam
Tadiyeshu Tagneshu Bhaktirjitattvam Puna Prematam Stacchatavrati Vande
Tadiyeshu
Tadiyeshu
tegneshu bhakti
Bhaktirjidatvam
citatvam
Puna
Puna
Premata
prematastam satam vriti vande
Varam Deva Moksham Na Moksham Vadimva Na Chanyam Runeham Vareshadapiha
Varam
Varam
Deva
deva
Moksham Na
moksham
Moksham Madimva
namadimva
Nachanyam
Nachanyam
Gureham
gureham
Pare Sadapiha
pareshadapiha
Idam Deva Puranatha Gopala Balam Sada me manasya virastam kimanne
Idam
Idam
Deva
teva
Purnadha
purnatha
Gopala
gopala
Balam
balam
Sada me
Sada me
Manasya
manasya
Virastam
virastam
Kimanye
kimane
Idam te mukham bhojam atanta nilay Vrutam kuntalay snigdha raktescha gopya
Idam
Idante
Devukambojam
mukhabhoja
Atyandanile
Tantanile
Hridam
Idam
Kundalai
kuntale
Snigdharashtasya Gopya
snigdharatescha gopya
Muhochumbitam bimbaraktadharam me Manasya virastamalam lakshalabe
Muhuchumbidam Bimbarakadharam me
Bimbarakadharam me
Manasya
Manasya
Virashtam Alam
virastamalam
Lakshalabe
lakshalabe
Namo Deva Damodara Ananta Vishnu
प्रभो
प्रसीद
प्रसीद
प्रभो
प्रभो दुःख जलाब्धिमग्नम्
नमो
नमो
देव
देव
दामोदरानन्द
दामोदरानन्द
विष्णु
विष्णो प्रसीद
प्रसीद प्रभो
दुःखजलाधिमग्नम्
दुःखजालाब्धिमग्नम्
कृपा दृष्टिवृष्टातिदिनं बतानो गृहाणि क्षमामेत्य नित्याशिदृश
कृपा दृष्टिवृष्ट्यादिदिनं ददानो
कृपादृष्टिवृष्टिर्ददानु
गृहाणि
गृहाणि
क्षमामस्नामि दृष्टिदृष्ट्या
क्षमामेध्यक्षद्रश्य
कुबेरात्मजो बद्धमृत्यैव यद्वा त्वया मोचितो भक्ति भाजो कृतो च
कुबेरात्मजो
कुबेरात्मजौ
बद्धमृत्येव
बद्धमृतैर्यथा
यद्दत्
त्वया
त्वया
मोचितो
मोचितो भक्तिभाजो कृतो च
तथा प्रेम भक्ति स्वकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मे दामोदरेह
तथा प्रेम भक्तिं
सुखमे
स्वकामे
प्रयच्छ
प्रयच्छ
न
न
मोक्षे
मोक्षे
गृहो मे
ग्रहोऽस्ति
दामोदरेह
दामोदरेह
नमस्ते तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयदरायाथ विश्वस्य दाम्ने
नमस्ते
नमस्ते सुदाम्ने
दामने
स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने
स्फुरदीप्तिदामने
त्वदीयोदराय
त्वदीयोदराय
विश्वास्य
विश्वस्य
धाम्ने
धामने
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
नमो
नमो
राधिकाय
राधिकाये
त्वदीय
त्वदीय
प्रियाय
प्रियाये
नमो
नमो
नन्दलीलाय
नन्दलीलाये
देवाय
देवाय
तुभ्यम्
तुभ्यम्
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
नमो राधिकाय
राधिकाये
त्वदीय
त्वदीय
प्रियाय
प्रियाये
नमो
नमो
नन्दलीलाय
नन्दलीलाय
देवाय
देवाय
तुभ्यम्
तुभ्यम्
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
हरे
हरे हरे हरे
हरे
राम
राम हरे
हरे
राम
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 हरे
हरे हरे
राधा दामोदर की जय।
जय. We can go to the translation one by one. Devotees, please read. I'll go with the first one. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose sharp-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who I, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a string, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of the mother Ashoda, but who has been caught from the behind by her who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, I offer my humble obeisances. But the next one.
Seeing the whipping
In
stick
the
in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes were filled with fear, and the necklace of pearl around his neck, which is which is marked with three lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound not with ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna.
By such a childhood pastime as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in a pools of ecstasy, and he is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in the knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with the intimacy and the free from all conception of awe and reverence. With the great love, I again offer my obeisances to the Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times.
Right. Fourth one.
O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Balagopala in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this?
Yeah. Fifth one.
O Lord, your lotus feast, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me.
Sixth one.
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrow and become visible to my eyes.
Seventh one. I think there are devotees in the read. Okay, so I'll read. Oh Lord Damodar. Yeah, go ahead.
Prabhuji, zoom in a little bit.
Okay, so I
think it will get cut off if you zoom in more. This
Yeah,
page
so
doesn't.
Okay then, no problem. O Lord Damodara, just as the 2 sons of Kubera, Manigriva and Nalakuvara were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby, tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation.
last one.
O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord who displays unlimited pastimes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Shri Radha Damodar ji ki jai. Shri Damodar
Jai.
ki jai. Shri
Jai.
Gopal ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you. Let's conclude here today's session. And let's chant together. Vancha kalpatarupasya
Kalpacha
kripasindhu
Kripasindhu Evacha
Paridanam pavanebhyo
Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah.
Vaishnavamda ki jai.
Ki
Guru
Jai.
Premanande Hari Hari Bo. So
Lord.
Monday is Radha Kunda appearance day. We'll have beautiful sections for that Monday. Everybody please join. Don't miss this, the opportunity that we have for the Kartik. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Dibor.
Hare Krishna.
Dibor. Okay, so I'll conclude here.
We don't have tomorrow, right, Prabhuji?
We don't have
It's
tomorrow,
your
yes.
house. Yeah,
Yes.
we will be your house.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.